Good morning, y'all. So, I have an awesome message for you guys this morning. I'm so excited. So, this is more for parents who have children, okay? And you have been praying for your children to encounter Jesus as a real person, not just the person that mommy and daddy always talk about and promise that he's there all the time to protect them and so on and so forth. So my daughter, every time she asks me, where's Jesus? So I tell her he's in your heart and he's in heaven and he's everywhere. And she's like, but I don't see him, but I don't hear him. He's not talking to me. So you're kind of stuck at that point because you don't really know what to say. Well, at least for myself, I didn't really know what to say. So I'm just like, well, but he hears you. And when he speaks to you, he will speak to you when he wants to speak to you. And you'll hear him very clearly, and just, trying to make it as real as possible for her and her little mind to understand that he is real. You just can't see him with your physical eye, right? So, excuse me, I've been praying over and over and over again for my little one to have a real encounter with him, because she really wants to know that he's real. She really, and there's no doubt in her mind that she knows that Jesus is real. It's just that literally it's kind of hard for us humans, our mind to wrap our mind to fathom that there is someone out there that we can't see, feel, touch, smell, that with our senses, right? So anyway, this morning she wakes up and I'm cuddling with her like always, and then I asked her, did you have a dream? And she said, yeah, I had a dream. And I said, oh, what was your dream about? And she said, oh, Jesus came. I was like, oh, really? I got all excited. So I asked her, so okay, because sometimes she has a lot of those dreams. She has a lot of different dreams. But and she's like, yeah, Jesus came and he said, go back to sleep because you have school tomorrow. And then I was like, oh, well, that was very sweet. I guess she woke up in the middle of the night or something and he came to her and she thinks it's a dream. I don't know what happened. Maybe it was a dream. And then she said, yeah, and Jesus said, and he said, I love you. I was like, I almost teared up. But yeah. So she feels really secure now. She knows that Jesus is real. Guys, the reason why I'm doing this live video for you parents, he will answer your prayer in his time, because he knows the best time to reach your kids. And it seems my daughter has been able to see in the spirit from very, very little. She would say, oh, look, there are birds. And those were actually angels. That was in our bedroom. That was in our bedroom, and she saw them on the ceiling, so that was kind of weird, right? So there's no birds on the ceiling. That was just, she saw angels, right? Anytime she would see a butterfly, which represents a big butterfly, which is a big angel with wings. Anything with wings represents an angel, so she saw an angel in her room. She saw all kinds of stuff. So I don't doubt her when she when she tells me about, when she has dreams and visions and stuff like that. I had a couple experiences, especially with only this one child. I'm still waiting on the other one to catch up. She has her own calling, obviously. You can't treat them both the same. Yeah.
Mom, I see birds.
You see birds? I know. So it was she just spiritually broke stuff off of my life without noticing, right? I can't really go into detail about the whole story because I don't want to be on here forever and bore you guys. But I was listening to a message at the same time talking about the enemy being defeated and stuff like that. And I was just going through a cloudy day, just spiritually cloudy. And I just didn't know what was going on. I was so fearful to talk to anybody about Jesus. I was just like, why can I not, my heart was hurting. Like, I had so much compassion for this one person at the playground, and I just couldn't open my mouth. This fear came over me, and I was just like, nah, this is not okay. This is not normal. So anyway, I was in the bathroom with my baby. She was actually maybe 2 at that time. I think so. She was maybe my other daughter's age. She's 2 right now. So this was maybe about 2 years ago. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, she stomps her feet 3 times. But I mean, like, boom, boom, boom. And in that third stomp, in the spiritual realm, I felt his presence just whack me so bad. I was like, oh my God, I had tingles all over. I was like, oh, what just happened? So he was my daughter. And it's so funny because God can get to you from very little. And the littler he can get, this is not a word, I know. The smaller you are, the more open and receptive you are to his voice. And once you get to know his voice as a little girl, you kind of don't listen to any other voice. The way I was able, I'm bunny trailing, so bunny trailing, sorry guys. The very first time I can remember hearing his voice, and this is crazy. So my mama, she passed when I was 2.5. 2 or 2.5. And I remember sitting in a hotel. I don't even know if it was a hotel room or if it was an actual. School bus. If it was an actual apartment, I don't remember. But it was for me, I was small, so the bed was really high. It had these nice white sheets, and I don't remember if I was playing. Like I said, I have no other memory of that age, okay? No other memory but that memory. And then I hear a voice. I don't even know if it was a voice. I think it was a voice, obviously, if not. Okay, anyway. So I hear, Mommy is not coming home. But in that, there was so much love, so much understanding, so much revelation. As a baby, hearing that Mommy's not coming home, you're just like, huh? You know? But then, this is where the key is. My dad walks in, not even seconds later. He walks in. He puts me on the bed, which I'm already on the bed, I think. See, I don't remember nothing but that moment. He sits me down, and that's when I see my feet dangling, and I was on the bed, and then he just gets on his knees, and he starts to cry. And he's trying to talk to me, and remember, I do not remember exactly everything, he said. But before he was literally just crying, and before he could say anything, I remember telling him, Daddy, I know Mommy's not coming home. And that's when we both broke down crying together. I remember this! I'm telling you. So we both broke down crying together, and that's when I really, really cried, because I actually realized that Mommy is really not coming home. And, so that was the very first time I've heard his voice speak to me. And I just recently, guys, I'm telling you, God is flipping real. I am not lying to you. This is not some, a religion thing. He is real, okay? So just recently, when I was sitting in the car with my dad and just having a really, different conversation, because a lot of stuff happened in my life and everything, and between our relationship and everything, and, God was just mending our relationship. We sat in the car, and he actually told me about that memory. He didn't even know I remembered that, okay? Mind you, I was 2.5 years old. You usually don't remember stuff at that age, okay? So he told me, I don't even know. I just did, what? Okay. Thank you, Lord. Okay. So sorry, that was technical difficulties. Let me get this done quickly before this happens again. Okay, so I sat in the car with my dad and we were reminiscing and just talking about certain things about, you know, we were trying to heal and whatnot. And he tells me about that time when he tried to tell his little baby girl that, you know, her mom's never gonna come back. And he told me that before he walked into the room to actually talk to me as his, you know, baby, he prayed. And he said, Lord, I don't know how I'm gonna tell this little baby girl that her mom... Sorry, guys. Alright, let's make this quick. Okay. Okay, Jocelyn, I'm on the phone. Give me just a second, okay? Alright, so he actually prayed and he said, how am I gonna tell? Please, whatever you can do. And this is me just paraphrasing, okay? It could have been a total different prayer, but it was around that subject, like in that manner. You know, Lord, please help me. How am I gonna tell her that her mommy's not coming home? Da 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 da. He told me that. I was like, Dad, I remember, you know, I remember God speaking to me before you came in. And he's like, yeah, I remember because you told me first what I was supposed to tell you. So I'm telling you, this is... Okay, we're back. Okay. Yes, Jocelyn. All right. Me, basically, this is just... I bunny trailed and I'm sorry. But this is just encouragement this morning that I'm telling you God is real. I can tell you so many stories of my own life where I've seen him, well, not physically, but I've heard him vividly. I'm going to keep sharing all of my experiences, okay? Every experience with God and without God that I had before I even met him again. I'm going to share my testimony in bits and pieces so you guys can realize that God is real. He loves... Okay. He loves you. He created you. Okay? You are here for a... You have gifts inside of you, not just spiritual gifts, but also physical gifts. Gifts that you can actually bring to this world where he can actually show himself through you, through those gifts. It says in the Bible that your gift will make room for you. Not only in the church, guys. This is not only pertaining to the church. This is pertaining to not only ministry, I mean, not just to the church. Not only ministry. This is pertaining to every single move of your life. Your gift, okay, your gift will make room for you. If you have a gift, it will make room for you. It will make connections, all kinds of stuff. God is a connection guy. He makes connections and he connects everything, all the dots for you. He has